Hello there, this is Beth, and are you ready for the new moon? I think you are. There's been a lot of big shifts, a lot of momentum, and some of us deal better with those than other people. So really just don't push it too hard if you're feeling a bit fragile or if there's been a lot of shifting and change in your life. Take time to take care of yourself, because you're going to feel better if you do that. Make sure you're getting your water. Make sure you're eating in a nutritious manner, whatever that means to you. Try and get some exercise in, even if you do 5 minutes. It's going to help you feel a little more balanced. Also, too, electrolytes can be really important if you're having a lot of internal and energetic change happening to you. I often find that I'll slurp down a ton of water during this Lion's Gate. Oh my God, I'm just like glug 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 the whole like time, like about a half month before and about a half month after. I just glug water during all the eclipses, and then the Lion's Gate portal. I'm just a major glugger of water during that point in time. And if you're drinking a lot of water, you want to make sure you're also keeping your electrolytes balanced. And not to drink too much water. So if you're thirsty, drink. If you're not thirsty, don't drink. Your body knows what it needs. And if you pay attention to it, it will tell you. And unfortunately, in the modern day, we don't always get to listen to it fully. Because, it's like people, I really think mental health day should be a valid reason for calling into work. I need a mental health day or I'm just going to freak out. Okay, stay home. Please don't freak out. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Don't be like, oh my God, I suck. I can't get anything done. I'm so tired. Or however it's showing up. Be nice. Be nice to you. And in turn, I think, it's like the nicer you are to yourself, the nicer you get to be to others too. The more you practice being nice and self-care and self-love, the more it ripples out into the world. So it's a very cool thing. So as always, you can pick up one of these. Links are below. Personalized reading if you so desire. Check out the monthly Energy Buzz. It's a subscription reading service. You get a more in-depth video, something similar to this, along with... I'm having a brain cramp with a light language transmission, like we do at the end of their energies videos, and a nice little PDF that has ideas for crystals and crystal grids and who to work with for the month. They're just a lot of fun. So, okay, baby kittens, let's get into the reading. And we have this month, we have the Sacred Creators Oracle and Dame Darcy, along with my affirmation cards. So let's see what we pull today. Nourish the sacred feminine. Things are falling. Let's put them back in their bag so they'll stop falling. And I was just kind of talking about nourishing yourself. So, okay. This is a gender duality, and there are issues with gender duality these days, aren't there? Everyone has male and female aspects. Everyone has non-male and female, non-binary aspects. I often feel we're too rigid in gender structures and structures of sexuality. Let it be fluid. This is the aspect of you that speaks to the feminine, the part of you that speaks to that. And so nourish the sacred feminine. How does this show up in your life, and how does this manifest within your body? Because for me, this feels like it's an internal thing. It feels like, how do you take care of things in your life? How do you nourish yourself? Are you willing to nourish yourself? Are you willing to step into the feminine aspects of self and use that aspect to nourish, take care, love, forgive, create, So how can you bring this in? How can you bring in and nourish the sacred feminine? What does this card hold for you? What emotions are brought up with this card? Nourish the sacred feminine. What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? These are all valid questions. How do you nourish yourself? And how do you nourish yourself? Let's move on to Dame Darcy. This is such a pretty deck. I like the watercolor aspects of it with the CRISPR computer graphics or line work, whatever, however she created it. This is the Dame Darcy deck. I'm hoping to keep this video under 30 minutes. It's really bad when I have to have 2 or 3 different segments because I can never remember what the first segment or the second segment's time was. That's how we get the really long 30-minute ones. So I'm like, oh, it's only 5 minutes, but there's 10 other minutes in the other video as video segments that have to go with it. And it's like, oops. So, nourish the sacred feminine. And see what that feels for you. I know for people, the duality of male, female, it feels very constricting. And I think it, why that happens is because it is so part of humanity in a way of male, female dichotomy, and that we like our deities to look like us to a certain extent, like them to look human, female, or masculine, or male, or whatever it is. Yeah, so I don't know. I find gender, be fluid, everything. That's kind of, yeah. I don't know. I often think about things like light. I identify as a light singer if light isn't light. Sun, light. But at the same time, in English, and light is often identified with the best, with good. And there's a lot to be learned from darkness, of blackness. Such a problematic. And then it spills over into ethnicity and things like that. Because race is a social concept, so I try not to use the word race. Anthropology does that word in for you. So it's a social construct, not a biological one. And so really, it's like, okay, let's get to the reading. These are things I've been thinking about, especially with was the Danielle Portlighter program with that really weird graphic of a black person falling. I was like, I thought the graphic looked like crap, which was weird for her. And I'm like, kept looking at the picture and then the lighter, what the hell? Oh. That was just kind of a weirdness the other week. Also, it makes you, one thing those things do, it's like light. I don't think, yeah. So I'm trying to think of another way to say light singer that does not involve the word light. And I'm not sure what that is yet. Singer of Spheres, maybe? I don't know. Okay. So we just had a popper. We're going to go for him. And then we're going to go for that one. Okay. So we've got nourish the sacred feminine. And that's whatever it means to you. Make that personal. Take that deep. And see what unfolds for you. And then our next card is the Page of Pentacles. So we got this guy. He's the earthy part of Earth. And we got 2 ways we can go with the earthy part of Earth. We can be so Earth we don't do nothing. We can be so Earth we're just sitting there doing nothing. Not even really thinking much. Just, nothing. Or we can be building a foundation. We can be creating that earth and earth. And making adobe bricks. Building up things to create what we want. This feels like we want to engage it in the active part of the Page of Pentacles. We don't want to use him in his sedentary aspects. We want to use him in his go-getter ways. We want to find ways to bring in what we're looking for, what we want in our lives. And that's also going to bring in some nourishment aspect. I think that's kind of a key. How do you get there? You nourish yourself. So take care of you to get this really juicy Page of Pentacles energy that says, yeah, I have the ability to build bases in my life, strong earth-based bases that are stable, so I can start putting everything else I want to put on there. And the next card is the Three of Cups. And so we have Nourish the Sacred Feminine, the Page of Pentacles, who wants us to build this really nice base. And then we got the Three of Cups. When we get our base, when we start base building, we're also going to need this aspect of flow to go along with our earth, to bring in some water that brings in, yeah, I want to say, okay, flow just kind of keeps coming to mind. Flow. How can you bring in the flow? And in a joyous manner. Three of Cups tends to be a card of like fun, chilling with friends, bringing in a joyous point of being to work with this guy over here. This feels much more muted almost. Muted's a good word compared to what it's been. This feels of like a very kind of more subtle combination that's not so in your face, that's not so hardcore. There's still a lot of momentum going. There's still a lot of action. There's still a lot of shifts and change. But we're starting to move more into a period of integration for a little while. Of how can we take what we've learned, we're nourishing it, we're letting it flourish, and we're using it to create a base. So we can have this really wonderful, awesome abundance, prosperity, and wealth come in. And part of that's just going to be by being joyous and letting ourselves have some flow and some space in what we're doing, not being too tight in it. Don't hold on like, oh my God, if I let go, I'm going to fling off the ride and die. Nope. You're just going to dance around with some mermaids instead, which is kind of, I picked a mermaid deck today. But I was doing my weekly Hello for Walking the Worlds class, and we got mermaid out of the Insta Oracle too. So, but this is a mermaid deck, so there's lots of mermaids. Complete digression that you don't care about. So I feel like part of the key to what's going on and feeling more at ease is letting things be joyful. Let it be playful. How can you just be loving and have some fun? Not too caught up in like, it has to be the perfect foundation. And if I don't nourish myself the correct way, oh my God, things are going to be wrong. It's all going to be okay. You got this. You can figure it out. You can let things integrate. You can create some ease. You can bring the fun into life, because that's a good thing. Fun in life makes life more fun. That would be a tautology. But okay, let's go. Flow Now Grow is our card for the new moon, which kind of is the whole theme of this reading. Kind of think about it. Sums it up in a nutshell. I love these affirmation cards. They tend to do that. And it's really cool how they will often work with readings. You can still pick them up, get them while they're still around, because highly improbable I will ever make another round. If it isn't going to be yours. So out of my system. This is my deck that I saved for me with the lunar black on the back. Oh my God, Daniel Smooth has the best granulation. Oh, I love, yes. All the non-artists are like, what is she talking about? It's so pretty though. Flow Now Grow. Flow Now Grow. Whole gist of the reading. Flow Now Grow. You need to flow. You need to grow. And just know it's going to be okay. Know you got this. You know how to navigate this. And that's no problem. Don't look at how Susie J whatever is Flow No Growing. Don't look at how the Jones down the street is Flow No Growing. This is personal. This is how you flow no grow. This is not how someone else does it. So if someone's telling you you're doing it wrong, but it's working for you, forget about them. There you go. Flow No Grow. Pretty much sums up the whole thing. And remember to bring in the nourishment, nurture aspect. During times of big shifts, big change, you really need to be like, okay, I need some self-care. I need to integrate. And I think a lot of that, the base that the Page of Pentacles is suggesting we build, is that integration factor with change. And then just being joyful about the whole thing, not being so, oh, it's just so serious. I must be serious about my spirituality. It's so here, heavy and big. And bring in some fun, bring in some joy, and let that be what rules your world. Flow, no grow, people. Okay, let's do a little light language transmission. Daddy Mosarashi Kutoposanane Shenanike Hiroponi Kinasishana Hirkinyo Dirakaramanisi Jemashi 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 Kenny Toshima Setare Skadara Economisi Hude Hudakatarashi Home Jem Shakananish Kamashanana Sisha Mose Hitoshama Kene Konero Herein como se tija Moshe Tarikatatoski Hipra Moshe Kene Kosukanamisha Nanishan Tatakoneke Huisi Shukampadalasit Shatin Nesate Hirake Moshe Shoshokoneke Naraki Jemeka Omese Kereso Jemesishi Horitena Mu Keneha Moshishami Moshimashakane Keno Hishishokone Kia Hui Kene Moshini Kelekina Hote Mudikajakoskini Rana Shakadatea Hoshami Kena Sashakadala Mine Gadera Koskinishki Hope Hope Kananashkiri Nagola Hose Kananisha Moirekeme Mose Kadalashka Umekereta Jachishom Dashikom Damashisha Mashata Hikete Hatarapokahe Noshta Chaknanashikom Kom Manashi. Okay, there is the new moon energies for May. Just let that sink in, let it percolate. Go drink some water. Water helps the electrical system of the body incorporate the sound. And always, if you want a little more weekly guidance, check out the Friday card reveal. It goes out every Friday. Pick it up on my Facebook page. It's below. Or if you just want to hit up the reveal at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, you can also just head over to the site and pick it up there. Alrighty, people. Have a wonderful new moon and go out there and be the love in the world. Bye-bye for now. See you at the full moon.